Every girl's crazy about a man with a good-looking SWR. I love my SWR. SWR. Let's see here. Let's try one more thing. See if I can tidy up just a little bit here. Okay, here we go. All right. Be one of the few. Be one of the proud. Have a good-looking SWR. KC5SCK checking my SWR. Yeah. I'm pretty darn proud of my SWR now. Leave me alone. I'm satisfied. Boy, I tell you, every time you try to have a good moment, somebody always comes in and wants to interrupt what you've got going on. Well, now it's just me and my SWR now. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, when I turn my radio on and I'm trying to figure out which way I'm going to go, once I figure out where I'm going, then that's when I'll take my time and check my SWR. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. Yeah, that. Ooh-wee. Oh, I'm here to tell you it's some bad conditions this morning right now. Some pretty bad conditions, but that's all right, though. That's all right, because one thing that I know for sure, if you've got a good-looking SWR, you can get through some pretty bad places with a good-looking SWR. I hear you, but I'm not, hold on, you know what, I need to check something right here. I need to slow down and check something right here. Let's see here. And I'm checking it right now. Sure is. I'm checking it right now. KC5SCK checking out some things. Here it is.
What the hell's wrong with you? You need to be checked into a mental hospital or something.
How you doing this morning?
I ain't doing nothing but sitting here listening to you going on and on and on.
Yeah, Roger. That's all you got to do?
It is right at this very moment.
Yeah, how did you rest last night?
I rested good.
Yeah, that's good news. Did you check your SWR before you got on there?
I never do.
Oh, my God. You don't check your SWR? Oh, man, what's wrong with you?
Absolutely. That's the problem.
SWR, yeah, that's the problem right there.
I checked into the SWR net. Good morning from KI4UEG. We have returned.
Yeah, you're right on time, young man. Good to have you here right smack dab in the SWR net. Well, how do you feel about being in the middle of the SWR net?
just makes me want to watch my needle swing.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. I can understand you're making you feel that way. I really can. KC5SCK looking at a good looking SWR.
Hope you're doing well this morning.
Say what now?
I said I hope you're doing well this morning.
Yeah, doing fine, young man. I appreciate your concern. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Hadn't had a bowel movement just yet, but I'm quite sure it'll come along here a little later.
Sometimes they come unexpectedly.
Yeah. I got caught up in a situation at Walgreens there the other day. You know, if you go to Walgreens, you better be ready to stand in line for a while. And I didn't think about going to the bathroom before I went and stood in that Walgreens line. And boy, I was standing there and I felt my stomach. You know how it is when your stomach makes that little bloop. You'd be like, oh crap. Well, I had that kind of situation going on, over.
I've been in that situation before.
Well, it turned out okay. I made it through it. I had to, look at the lady behind me, and I said, pardon me, ma'am, but I'm going to have to step out of line for a minute because I got to run down the hall. And she said, okay, well, I'll save your place. And I smiled at her, and she smiled at me, and then we had a stare that lingered for a while. And then I got on down that hallway,
That for some reason makes me think about when we used to have Hugh Brunson out here, and he said, never take your sleeping pill and your laxative at the same time.
Oh, that was a smart man. That was a smart man indeed. Well, I can tell you what, if you're feeling pretty bad and you're kind of concerned if you're going to, get up the next morning, all you got to do is just take your medicine like you normally do and take you a tablespoon of castor oil and get into bed. You're guaranteed to get up the next morning. What do you think, young man?
Well, I was thinking if you took a couple spoonfuls of castor bean oil and chased it down with a warm glass of Epsom salt, it was a guaranteed shot.
It'll shock you back to life every time. Hey, Charles, let me share something with you, over.
Go ahead.
I got in trouble yesterday. It wasn't my fault now. It wasn't my fault at all. I was just happy-go-lucky, just skipping down the trail, just being myself, and a guy jumped on the frequency and he said, when's the last time I talked to you? And I told him, I said, I don't know. And then he comes back and he says, well, you ain't got to ever worry about me talking to you again. And I was like, hold on, what's going on? And he said, I ain't got nothing to do with you or your kind. Now, you know me, being a, so-called black man, African-American, a Negro, of Moorish descent. And then there he was, a so-called black man, African-American, a Negro of Moorish descent. And he's telling me that he didn't want to have anything to do with me or my kind. And I was like, what the hell? He said, I ain't got nothing to do with any damn Republicans, over.
Okay, you made my mind go to wondering just then.
See, he got mad at me. Oh, man, he was foaming at the mouth, man. I thought he was going to have a heart attack on the other end of the, transmission. But the thing of it is, I had said that I'm a proud African-American Republican. And oh man, that just went off. I guess it's a whole lot of them that, you know, they're mad at me, and all I did was just, you know, I'm in a whole different damn tax bracket, Charles. I mean, I can't be hanging out with the damn Democrats. I need Republican tax breaks, over.
Oh, I agree with you. You know, when you said that, my mind went to wondering, it being apparently a ham operator, we used to have a guy that lived in Jacksonville, North Carolina. He used to drive a BMW and had, I think, a 1,000-watt mobile in the trunk of it, and I think he ran a Tar Heel on it, and I can't remember his name. And the other black guy was retired from the fire department, and he lived in Raleigh, and they used to check in here and talk to us a lot, and I hadn't heard neither one of them in many years.
Yeah, well, they probably done passed on the glory. It's a lot of hams that have passed on. I know for a fact in the last 10 years, 5 years or so, there's been a whole drove of hams to pass on, though.
Yes, Lord. We've lost a great deal of good people. Some of the big pioneers of ham radio have left us, and it's devastating and sad.
Yeah, and I ain't heard of one of them send a signal back across the void to make contact with me, over.
From the other side?
Yeah, from the other side. I mean, it probably chilled me to my bones. It probably run my soul clean out of my body, but I'd like to get that contact. What do you think?
They might be checking their SWRs.
And they might be checking their SWRs. AC5SCK, you know, it's good to hear you this morning, Charles. You're a fine, decent young man. I've always thought highly of you.
Well, thank you so much. That's nice to hear that. I respect your feelings on that. I just wished everybody else felt the same way you do.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody else can't think the way I think about you, but, yeah, I do. I hold you in the highest regard. You've always carried yourself in a upbeat, uplifting type way, and a good mannerism about you, and you've got some good diplomacy about you, and I tell you, I admire the hell out of that, oh.
Well, thank you. I got into amateur radio to make friends, not to make enemies, but I know I've got a few haters out there.
Well, whatever you do, I don't know how to go with you. Now, I don't know how it will go with you. But I was getting ready to say, whatever you do, don't tell anybody that you're a proud Republican, because they're gonna get mad at you.
Well, I know. I think I just heard Don out there. Go ahead, Don.
Hey, Captain Joel, I heard you just sounded good on my radio here. Doing a good job. And who came back from the dead? Is that Nathan?
I didn't understand a word of what you just said.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I'll go on the side.
Yeah, Charles, hold on a minute, Charles. Let me reach in my pocket here and see if I think I've got a $20 bill in here. I'm going to send that $20 bill to him so he can buy him a signal, over.
There you go. Just a man of 20 at the door, they always say you can get what you want.
Do you think I ought to send him more than a 20?
That depends on how deep the pockets can be.
Sometimes you got to have a little horsepower to get out of a bad situation. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. He definitely needs some horsepower.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, they had a whole saying, you need fuel for your mule, grass for your old ass, and a honky on your donkey.
You might be on to something there. I don't know for sure, but I'm quite sure I'll find out sooner or later. What do you think?
Oh, yes.
let's see here. I was in here contemplating which direction I was going to go in from here. But I ain't figured it out yet, Charles, over.
Well, you're making it. There's no doubt about it. You're making the trip this morning.
Yeah, you know, I appreciate that because a lot of effort and money has went into being able to develop the means over.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's sometimes the sky's the limit on what you can spend.
That's right. Yeah, but that guy jumped all over me yesterday. He jumped all over me. And he was mad. He wasn't playing. He was serious. I could tell by the way he was talking. He was good and mad, you know. And you know me, once I found out he was good and mad, I said, well, this is a great time for me to have a little fun with him. I wasn't trying to, make him have a heart attack or anything, but I was going to drive him right up to the borderline over.
Hey, you drive it as far as you can, huh?
Yeah, that's right. So I decided I'd have a little fun with him, and I asked him. I said, "Look here, do you think you'll ever be, you change your mind and be a Republican?" Oh man, all hell broke loose. Fire came out of his nose, and smoke came out of his ears, and he huffed all up and puffed all up at me for a while, over.
I take it that he don't like Donald Trump now.
Oh, he hates his guts, man, and he even said out of his own mouth, he said anybody that's a Donald Trump lover, I couldn't give a damn about him one way or the other. And I was like, oh, calm down, over.
Well, he's the only one we've ever had since George Washington has had a backbone.
God bless Donald J. Trump. You hear that stranger, that Lone Ranger, Charles, over?
What was that, about a Lone Ranger?
Yeah, it was a Lone Ranger came in there. Who was that masked man? I've been waiting on my fire to warm up for about 2 days now. Can you hear me? Yeah, you've been waiting on your amplifier to warm up for the last couple of days. Well, did you think about maybe checking your SWR?
No, I forgot about it. I didn't plug it up. I couldn't ever figure out why I'd get warm enough to run.
Oh, me, Robbie Dale, you're going to have to do better. You're just going to have to do better. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Well, I got a case of that part-timer's disease.
Part-timer's disease. God darn it, boys. Charles, are you hearing that guy with part-timers?
Yeah, part-timers. I haven't had that before, but I'm sure I might get it one day.
Randy's got it, too.
Robert Dale, can you tell us a little bit about that part-timers? How would you even know if you have a little touch of it, oh?
Well, the way you figure out you got a little part-timers is when you get bored, you ain't got nothing to do, you go find your part-time job.
Well, ain't no reason for you to start cussing, over.
To my SWR.
Yeah. Well,
Radio.
I didn't mean to put that J-O-B word in there.
Yeah, somebody else, there's about 2 or 3 of them shook loose from the tree, so I'll stand down and we'll see who they were. KC5SCK, good morning to the multitude.
Good morning there, Jonathan and Captain Charles. KC4TM.
KI4UED.
Well, everybody don't talk at once.
Well, that's what they was trying to do. I couldn't pull nobody out but you.
Yeah, that's what it is. They don't. It hurts them to their heart to hear somebody out here having a good time. What do you think?
I don't know. They might have got mad at me using that 3-letter word.
I mean, Robert Dale, you shouldn't have came out here doing that. Now, you should have known better than that. Now, I don't mean to get all over you, but, you know, you was out of line for doing that.
Okay, well, I'll unplug my amp again. I'll see you. Have a good day. Good to hear you, KT4TF.
Robert Dale, can you hear me?
You heard him, Charles, come out here using the J-O-B word.
I heard that. I did.
You don't come out here using the J-O-B word, not among this crowd anyway.
Hey, Jonathan, what's going on?
Joe, is that you?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time, friend. Oh, man.
Hey, good to hear you, Joe. How you feeling?
Watching Jonathan, his lips is moving this morning.
He might be getting ready to tell a
I'm
big
being
one.
extra good for you.
Hey, Joe, tell us a big one.
Like what? I'm putting up Christmas decorations.
Well, I got one for you. The sky is falling.
Oh, really?
Say something else, Joe. Say something else.
It's falling on Iran. That's what it's falling.
He got his mouth open, Robert Dale.
He's been telling some big ones here the last few weeks. I mean, some nice ones.
Oh, no, not Joe. I thought Joe was a nice, decent, young, upstanding Christian boy.
He told so many of them they tried to call him in and want to cool his jaws.
Jonathan, he sure got you fooled.
Well, Joe, you're going to have to change your way of doing things.
Jonathan, you see? You don't really know me, Jonathan.
You don't really know you do it.
No.
If he really knew you, he wouldn't say that about you, would he?
No, you're right. We keep giving him chance after chance after chance.
Defend yourself, Joe.
I'm not. I don't need to.
Well, you're being cut asunder. You need to defend yourself.
No. My good friend Kevin knows me well.
Hey, Charles, you see how I'm using some big words every once in a while?
Yes, above his vocabulary.
Oh, man. If you ain't having fun, it ain't worth it, over.
That's true.
My Christmas, I'm putting up colored lights around my station.
Well, I got a phone call coming in.
You need to thank them, Jonathan.
Saved by the bell.
And I got the awfulest roaring knowers over here.
Hello, Robert Dale from Deer Dawn.
There's one of them right there.
Well, I tell you, Robert Dale, these grandkids, they call me on the phone. Hey, Pawpaw. I said, hey, how you doing, Pawpaw? I'm fine. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Bye, Pawpaw. Bye. What kind of conversation is that?
I like it when they do that. You need to enjoy it because when they get older, they won't even come see you.
Is that keeping the queue so short?
Say what?
Is that keeping the queue so short?
Yeah, that's keeping the queue so short. And you know what? They're right on the money with it. You call somebody, you say hello, how you doing, and you ask them how they're doing, and then at that point, there's nothing else to say but bye.
Boy, I tell you what, Joe could learn a lot from your grandkids.
Yeah, the static got you. What do you say?
I said Joe could learn a lot from your grandkids on keeping the queue so short.
Joe, are you going to defend yourself? Well, where did he go?
I'm putting up Christmas decorations around my station. Stand by.
He's putting Christmas decorations around his darn station. God darn.
He must be smoking some good stuff there this morning.
Robert Dale, you got Christmas decorations around your station? Where did Robert Dale go?
I'm over here. Yes, I was going to get a new bulb put in. One of my blue lights just went out.
Oh, you got some of those round bulbs that you have to screw in?
Yeah, that's kind of me and Joe's got.
That's those old-timey decorations.
Yeah, he sent me a picture showing he's putting up his Christmas lights and all that stuff around his radio room. So I figured I'd do the same thing. He's putting his in red and I'm putting mine in blue.
So you're the man in blue instead of the man in black.
Go, Fram. You're going to miss this now.
Well, what happened?
Wait a minute. Somebody else is in here and moving them lips.
It was 7 months before that wonderful day. Joe Framo was putting Christmas lights and decorations around the station looking gay.
Oh, that's nice.
The lights were flashing and the bulbs hanging low. Joe was on his radio going, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, that's great.
All of a sudden, I heard a clatter, and here comes the drag roid, but it didn't matter. He whooped it out, had to go. All of a sudden, you could hear his bladder.
Hey, Mark.
Hi. Oh, Greg Leroy. Standing over.
This is Operating Station Whiskey 4 Kilo Lima Charlie, located downtown Slide Junction, Georgia, where the lights is bright and the money's tight.
Hey, I've got almost the money saved up, Mark. I'm going to get an amp from you. Kevin said we're going to drive down to your place when I do.
You going to drive down to my place?
Yeah, Kevin and me.
Kevin and you, okay.
Yeah, man, I'll have money. Is $600 enough?
Oh, yeah.
And 488 50.
God almighty. Step on in here into it, man.
On Andy's inverted T. Number 12 gauge wire stranded.
You know what, John? You know what Grandma reminds me of?
What is that?
Cowboy.
Cowboy?
Yeah.
How's that?
Jumped on my pony on the road through the herd, drug my foot to a fresh gal turn.
Randy, what's wrong with Morris?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out for a while.
He's got 2 or 3 knots on that head already.
You know, he had that bad fall where he landed on his head.
Oh, I'm off frequency. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that's what's wrong. I was off frequency a little bit. I need to adjust my VFO, my variable frequency oscillator, because I was somewhat getting off frequently. There we go. Well, you know how these little Atlas 210s are. It's hard to keep them on the spot.
I just don't know what to think about your radio there, Mark.
I want to talk to Captain Charles. You guys aren't fun.
You gonna call him on the phone?
Wait a minute. You was in a conversation with Joe.
I know it, but conversation's over. He asked me if $600 to do it. I said, yeah.
God almighty.
He always said 800.
I can't do it like that. Do it. God almighty.
Hey, Granny.
No, you can't do it.
Going down to the...
Hey, Mark, you might as well get Dear Don amp, too, while you're at it.
Okay, well, I got 15 or 20.
He wants to trade a radio that does this.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you saying that.
Hey, Don, did you get that text from me about Paul wanting that ICOM?
No.
Oh, boy, hell, look at your phone.
Dear Don.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, hey, boy, he had some of the fattest, ugliest girlfriends I ever seen. Yeah, go ahead.
I wonder why Joe's got to come down to your place with Kevin.
He's a cowboy.
I don't think Joe can drive.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Joe. You know, he's on them medications.
Are they taking his driver's license because of it?
Well, I don't know about that, but I don't think he can drive.
Take an
Joe
ice
used
pack
to have a
with you.
CDL. He used to have a Class A driver's license.
Gotta take an
that's what
ice
he
pack
always
with him.
said. He had all these licenses.
What happened to the Class A's, Joe?
Do you have to sit on a donut, Joe?
What's that, Randy?
He won't think you got a hemorrhoid cushion.
Yeah. Kevin's excited about doing it.
That's a brain dead sucker right there.
Hey, Don, did you look at your phone?
I want to know what was wrong with that radio yesterday.
Yeah, we need to find that out, too.
Am I loud enough to hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Too much audio?
No.
Good.
Virginia Paul, he emailed me and said he was interested in that ICOM that Don's got.
Well,
You know, for a parts radio in case it apparently wasn't working.
how long does it take to go get your phone?
I don't know.
How long does it take for Mark to talk to Captain Charles?
That's too far a trip. I can't make it to South Carolina.
Robbie Dale, did he say it was hard for him to make it to South Carolina to talk with them Carolina kilowatts?
That's exactly what I said. Over?
Over?
I think he said something about your hair, Charles.
That does need.
What hair?
I need to get a shampoo and a cut and a style today.
Well, I was going to say, last time I seen you, looked like it was all about gone.
Hell, I've had about 4 head of hair all my life.
When who do you find that wash your hair anymore? They used to, and women used to do it back years ago, but they don't anymore.
You got to go to Great Clips, is where I go to, right down the road about 5 miles from me.
And they'll wash it.
Yes, sir. They do the wash before the cut.
I'm darn.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I go to Great Clips to get mine done. There's some good-looking women up there.
I use Blue Dawn.
That place I go to, they don't even have those things like they used to, where they drop your neck down in that little groove and wash your hair. They don't even have them.
Are you
I don't
close
need
to
a
a Great
woman to
Clips
wash
up
my
there in
hair. I
Green
wash it myself.
Yeah.
Right, try going to Great Clips one time. You'll fall in love with it. The prices are really, really reasonable.
I like being a kid and calling, Mama, I'm done. Come wipe me.
Johnny sent me a text, so be stand by.
I'm telling you what, this younger generation, you guys, I don't know. I don't have any confidence, none whatsoever. You know, you guys, you were born at the wrong time to where the generations were just lazy and just absolutely no
Got that right.
accountability of themselves. I mean, I'm talking about people that are 60 years old, 55 years old, are wearing the pins already.
Well,
because
when you work as hard as me, Rob Dale does, you ain't got time to go pee and go to the bathroom. You got to work.
I told Johnson we had part-timers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't got time to go take a crap.
Are you referring to Joe Nathan?
I was, yes.
Where'd he go?
He got talking about them 3-letter words, and he took off. A J-O-B.
Oh. Oh, said something about work. He left.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah, Joe Nathan probably got more money than any of us.
He's well off. He's got a Cadillac ranch.
He's probably better off than any of us but Jimmy James. Ain't no telling how much money that dude's got.
Who, Jimmy James?
Yeah.
He don't use it.
I know. He don't spend none of it. He's tight. That's probably the reason he's got so much.
I always want to be a
Like
rich
me,
friend.
I hate to see it. I like to see it come, but I don't like to see it go. My brother actually tells everybody that I've got one of the first $100 bills that was ever printed.
You know, $100 used to be a lot of money.
It dang sure did.
I always wanted to rub elbows with a rich friend.
Yeah, I remember years ago when I was doing a big job for a team of lawyers for the law firm. They had bought a plantation. I built 3 or 4 duck ponds and cleared land, and we reforested woods where they took some timber and this, that, and the other. And that sorry son of a gun filed bankrupt for me. It owed me like $165,000.
I bet your lips was moving then, wasn't it?
Well, I went in the office to get a check, and the guy handed me a fat envelope. The lawyer, gave me an envelope. I said, "What's this?" I thought it was my money or some kind of crap, lawyers come up with. He said, "We filed bankrupt." He said, "It's bankrupt papers, and the other one, that we have bankrupt the plantation. And besides that, we have a peace warrant for you for turned violent on us." I opened it up, looked at it. I said, "You see this piece of paper right here with a peace warrant on it?" "Yeah." I said, "Ain't gonna stop me from doing a damn out across that desk." But, I still pay that, but, after that time, I had to liquidate. I had to sell some equipment, this, that, and the other, and get rid of a couple things, excavator and a bulldozer and some other stuff, where I could. All the bank called notes on me and all this as soon as they found out. So I did all that stuff, and after I got all that clarified, then I was down there with a bunch of guys. They were buying lottery tickets down in Florida when that Florida lottery just came out. They were buying lottery tickets and wasting money, and I didn't even have enough money. I didn't have enough money to buy lunch. I was railroad guys, and I went outside. I was going to work back with the railroad. I was going to quit all this crap here working in public. I didn't have enough money to even buy me a sandwich, and them guys pissing dollar bills away, buying lottery tickets. And from that day on, I said, well, you won't catch me in this position again. And right now, I bet you I've got over $5 in my pocket.
Shoot.
Yes, sir.
What are you gonna do with all of it?
I'm just gonna tote it around,
I give Sarah $9 worth of quarters out of one of my pockets yesterday.
Hang on.
Hey, Robert,
tired of listening to me jingle.
I wear loafers every day, and I got pennies in them, so I won't ever go broke.
I used to keep dimes in mine.
How does a plantation go bankrupt?
That was a gay thing.
How does a plantation go bankrupt? They probably planned that whole deal.
Yep.
Oh, it was. They didn't get me. They got 3 other guys.
They said, see that tall guy right there? We want him to do the work. We're going to break it off in him.
They told, they came down there, the deputy sheriff, they came down there, and they said, we're going to have to take you in. I said, well, I guess you're going to have to do what you got to do. And I said, how about me just driving my truck up there, because I'm going to be leaving about the time I get there. I had a lawyer I went up there. About the time I got there, he met us there, and I was gone. I didn't.
Are you incorporated? Are you like a what do they call that?
LLC?
LLC, limited liability company.
Yeah, are you a LLC corporation?
But here's the deal, Pickle. I still got a ongoing suit against that plantation. If they ever sell one stick of timber off of it, I get paid back with interest.
Did they not try to regroup or file chapter, whatever it is, that they let you regroup and try to sell to pay your creditors?
Yeah, they'll have to pay me with interest. They do anything with it. They try to sell part of it off or sell any timber or anything off of it.
Well, I know up here across the road from us, there was a guy that loaned that farmer some money, and that farmer never paid him. And his brother was a logger, and he went in there and logged that place until he got enough money out of it to cover what they owed him, and then they quit and left. And they didn't file no bankruptcy or nothing like that, but he went in there, he had a lien against it. And he went in there and got enough timber to cover that lien.
Captain Charles, there's your 746 Pro 3.
I couldn't hear you. Say it again.
Here's your ICOM 746 Pro 3 for $795.
You got one or somebody else has got one?
No, somebody's got one on Facebook for sale.
Oh, okay. Let me look at it.
Hey, Don, where'd you go?
Heck, I finally made $7,600 for a little more than that. Over?
Yeah.
Over?
Yeah, when I got into business with them guys that I was in business with, the first thing I found out, if you're going to be in business, you need a good lawyer and you need a good accountant.
That's right. And you need to be on the job every day.
Yeah, you can't leave somebody in charge. They'll screw you just as soon as you get in the truck.
Yes, sir. I'm not in business with anybody. Nobody, and never will be again.
Almighty. Morning, gentlemen, in 4EDX.
What do you want?
Take 4 TF clear.
Hey, are you still doing job placement?
No.
Well, I need a job. I need a position as a bridge engineer for the railroad.
Hey, I'm almost done.
There's an opening for a brain surgeon with the railroad.
I can, God, I've worked on so many brains on the railroad that it is just unreal.
He just needs to be a whistleblower.
I'm trying to talk. Not polite to kill me. I'm way. Look at the map. Look where I am. I'm way down here in Florida. I mean, you guys up there holding hands and poking butts and all this stuff, and I'm trying to be a member of the little club you got going on.
Hey, yeah.
When I get that beam back up in the air, Robbie-Dale,
Great.
it's going to be long now. When I get it back up in the air, I'm going to bust some cushions.
I've been hearing that for 6 months.
Oh, it's been longer than that. It's been 2 years.
Did you hear what he did to Nick?
Hell, it's been 2 or 3 years since that stuff got blowed down.
2 years. Hey, but look here. I've been piling up money. You understand?
You want us to send you $1 or $2?
I need some boats. That's the reason it's not up. I had some money coming from a GoFundMe club on Facebook and boats, but they swapped it over when the fires broke out, the wildfires. They changed it over and did a GoFundMe for my sawhorses because my antenna's sitting on sawhorses, and they bought me a sprinkler system so I could water my sawhorses. So if the fire got out, it wouldn't burn my sawhorses up.
What size boats you need?
They're going to need to be at least a half inch. And they're going to need to be 3.5 inches long.
Okay, half by 3.5. I'll send you a stack of threaded rod, all thread.
That won't work.
Yeah, well, you can cut your own.
Yeah, just put a nut on both sides.
I got 15 packs of threaded rod that's 12 foot long, 5/8, and I got flat washers and nuts, galvanized nuts and all that, and I use that all the time. But what you're talking about doing? But the ones I need special bolts. Don't have a head on them.
Special boats don't have a head.
Yeah, they don't have a head.
What's going to hold it in there?
I'm going to glue them.
K4TUE, good morning. Hey.
K4TL, good morning.
Morning, Tuesday.
Good morning, everybody. It's good to hear everybody this morning.
I don't know if you're going to be able to endure what's going on in here this morning. You're a little bit late and a little bit behind on what's going on. But Joe Framo was up there putting Christmas decorations on his radio station.
Yeah, red light.
Goodness gracious.
He said he's going to be in the red light district for a while. A headless bump.
Hey, Tuesday, I got something for you.
Hey, go ahead, Mark.
Hold on, I got a phone call.
Uh-oh.
This ain't good this time of morning.
Yeah, what's going on, Robbie Dale?
I'm thinking about them headless bolts he needs.
Oh, yeah. Well, he might need some threadless ones, too.
What are you doing? I'm just sitting around the radio looking good.
That sounds like Will.
Headless boat.
Yeah,
Are they sort of
threadless?
Sort of like a commode boat? Don't have a head on it? Got a flat flange?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's want something that is Hazer will go over.
Hey, Randy?
Yeah.
What happened to Dear Don?
I don't know. I think he might be talking to Paul up there in Virginia. He was interested in buying this radio.
Hey, Randy, what tower does he have? Ron 55?
I don't know what all he's got. He's got one big commercial tower, I think. It's like 20-foot sections or something. I think he's got some 55G too.
Yeah, mine's 45, and it don't hit the bolts, but it wants to jam a little bit where the bevel pieces go together. But I was thinking that they said Ron 55 didn't bevel like that. It was straight tower.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've never had a
25
piece
straight.
55, I don't think.
Yeah, 25 straight. It's just this.
It's right. You're right.
Swedged down on the end.
Yeah, you're right. That Hazer goes right up and down that 25 like nothing.
Well, he built his own Hazer, so you